finds his big tight end. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Finds his big tight end. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
7, Cincinnati, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Using his legs, it's Pryor. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeps looking downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw at Sorsby. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Bearcats look to keep this drive humming. Gives it on the option. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get it.
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Buckmeyer. Throwing right. Makes a connection. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, and big time pickup on that one.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged in the middle. It's Martin. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far.
7, Cincinnati 0.
So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for room. It's Martin. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield. It's Buckmeyer. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The give to the tailback. There he goes. Rumbles all the way down to the 6-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and he gives him a first and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
Quarterback making checks. From the gun, looking for a man. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Buying some time. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, 2nd in California. He's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this 3rd down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. Power football with the run. He's not going to make it. What a Good job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Old Dominion. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Simmons. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Here's a heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with... Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cougar! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And here's the return. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Flips it out on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. He lets it fly. Makes the catch on the left. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The give on the counter.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Takes a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, BYU. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner will be dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The sure hands, it's Pryor. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in the flow.
Finds his man. It's Allen. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry up. Off play action on 1st down. Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Now he's going to break the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Allen. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Bearcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Cincinnati, 14.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll try the run. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here.
Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And the Bearcats are rolling down the field. The short hands, it's Allen. Across the 25, he's got room. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
On the run, it's Pryor. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Sorsby. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Bearcats! And here they come, almost all the way back.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Hines is tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. BYU right back to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Hagan. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air. It's Bachmeier. Got it in the middle. It's Hagan. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Using his legs to buy some time. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Ball's in the deep ball. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
He splits the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. West Virginia is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away. On the move, he fires. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And the pass is incomplete as the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Got a man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bearcats want to move quickly. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Touchdown, Bearcats! They looked finished, but they weren't. Still fighting, and we're locked up. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the fourth.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
With the catch, it's Hagan. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Going deep. He's got it on the left. Off and running. Touchdown, BYU. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
They'll line up to go for two. They'll go to the air. Quarterback extends the play. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Cincinnati, 28.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Oh, they're after him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Going downfield for the big play. Pulls it in over left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The give to the back. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. At the 20. Touchdown Cougar. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Allen. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Makes the catch, it's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Got a man, it's Jennings. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Allen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
What a phenomenal individual effort to getting the catch, getting the foot down in bounds. He's now setting up his offense here for a potential touchdown on this very next play.
First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Got his man quickly. And he will score! Touchdown, Cincinnati! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll line up to go for two. He'll do it himself. They get it in for the two-point conversion, and we have a 4-point game. They took it 68 yards on that drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
BYU with the 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. BYU lines up quickly. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. He's loose at the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Louisiana Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ruston for some time. They're up by 18 over Liberty. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Offense working from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking the deep shot. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying play action. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, but here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Here on third down. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot.